to my channel, Spirit Bia. Today's reading is going to be on the monkeypox. We're already dealing with the COVID, and it's being reported that there's a monkeypox outbreak around the world now. So I'm going to ask you a few questions. I'm going to look into this, see, is this really a cause for concern? Are we going into a pandemic part 2, you know, with a whole different virus and stuff like that? So I'm going to go ahead and ask some questions. As usual, anything said during this reading is all alleged and for entertainment purposes only. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. The first question is, show me the energy of this monkeypox situation. Just give me the general energy around it. Because, child, I know I'm not trying to be in the house we're going to keep that one. I'm not trying to be in the house for another 3 years. I don't know if I can do it again. Okay, so what's this right here? Knight of Pentacles. Okay. 4 of Wands. And then 8 of Wands reversed. And then Justice at the bottom. So, you know, Knight of Pentacles is going to be the slowest knight of them all. It's because as you see the horse, it's still, it's not moving. So the Knight of Pentacles is already telling me off the bat that this isn't something that's going to progress very quickly. Not like the COVID. I'm not seeing it spreading as fast. 4 of Wands talks about community, you know, home life. It could be celebrations, gatherings. So it could be spreading in certain communities, very niche communities, specific ones. I'm not sure what exactly that is yet, but 4 of Wands really speaks to me about community. And I'm paying attention to the couples as well. So that's making me think that it's spreading amongst people that are in relationships or having relations. 8 of Wands reversed is like I was saying before, it's a slowness. It's the same thing as Knight of Pentacles, because 8 of Wands upright, that's fast movement, that's quick action. But 8 of Wands reverse is losing momentum. It's a slow down. So I'm not seeing this illness spreading quickly at all whatsoever. Not at the moment, at least. I'm going to pull those up. I'm going to pull from the Enchanted Oracle. Movement. Compass. And then Balancing Act. As I was saying, like, even though the card says movement, but if you look in the card, like, the ostrich isn't really like going anywhere. It's not like a picture of the ostrich mid-run. Like, it's standing still right now. And but I am getting, okay, this also talks about the spread from animals. I'm not sure what animal, like, it's called monkeypox, so I assume that's where it came from. But the movement card talks about the spread coming from animals. And then compass, it talks about it's spreading all over the world, because that's direction. But what else does this say? And like, even in this imagery, like the frog here, it's not jumping. It's just sitting there. It's not trying to go anywhere at the moment. Balancing Act. We're already, with this Balancing Act card, we're already trying to deal with the COVID, and this is just something else that's been thrown into the mix where we have to balance the two now. And it's also trying to control the spread before we get into a pandemic part 2, when we're not even really out of part 1. Like, people are outside acting like we are, but deep down, like, I know people that are still getting sick. So, and then the ship too talks about travel, spreading through the travel. And you see the woman, she's holding on to the shift, the balance, but it's hanging on by a thread, trying to keep this from getting out of control. But I what I'm seeing is the nature of the monkeypox is it doesn't seem to be something that's very aggressive at the moment. It's easily transferred by contact, yes, but I mean, we're in an age where people are still coming from a pandemic, so it's going to be a little bit harder for people to spread that if people still want their 6 feet nowadays. So it's already been reported that it originated from animals, but I still want to draw cards to see what does Spirit have to say about where did it come from? Where did this originate from? It's a natural spread. Okay, we had some cards fall out. Make sure y'all can see them. Okay, we can see them. I'm gonna move them over here. Okay, 2 of Swords, indecision, unable to make a decision, some kind of standstill. Justice is upright. And then 6 of Pentacles, that's charity, that's giving, that's community. 3 of Wands, reverse talks about restriction. And then the Chariot talks about movement. And what's drawing me in is the 2 animals down there. I'm not seeing something that is nefarious per se, but let me just look into this further. That 3 of Wands reverse also talks about obstacles, delays. There could be delays in research for it. So they don't really know too much about it. You can interpret the 6 of Pentacles as the sharing, the spread. But justice, if justice was reversed, I would have said something fishy was going on, but it's upright. So I think this is, okay, what I just heard was Mother Nature like balancing things. So I think that this is something that's natural, in my opinion. I'm gonna clarify with the angels though. I think they're telling the truth about it coming from animals. Oh. The thought that I just had was that, yeah, it came from animals, but were they experimenting on animals? And that's how it spread? Allegedly for entertainment purposes only. That's the thought that just popped into my head as I was shuffling just now. So like I was half right. This could be another situation of man tampering with something that they weren't supposed to. Because 3 of Wands reverse, it makes me think of restriction, cages, a lab, restricting the animals, some sort of restriction. Were they studying the animals or something? And they had to stop the research because some type of virus transferred? This could have been from animal experimentation. The Justice card, the whole balance thing. Remember we had the balancing act card before. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I don't consider myself a conspiracy theorist, but I just say what thoughts come in my head. And that's making me think this whole monkeypox thing could originate from animal experimentation. Because here we have the Chariot too. What's drawing me in is the person here. And then it's like they're in control of what's down here, ruling over the animals. Experimentation, action. That's what it could be. That's just an interpretation of mine. I could be wrong, but I mean, usually I don't just, stuff like that doesn't usually pop up in my head like that. But angels, clarify for me. We humans are gonna have to learn about experimentation and safety and all that stuff like that. What do angels have to say? Helpful people. Were they studying on the animals for like reproductive? Was it something dealing with pregnancy and reproducing? Was it fertility treatments? Were they What's drawing me in is the mother and the child. I'm just thinking right now. It's making me think of, that's what popped in my head was fertility treatments, fertility studies. I don't know. That's what I'm getting on that. I don't know. That's weird how I thought of that like that. And then you have the Hierophant. That calls into question your morals, your values. You know, how you treat people. Or animals too. The next question is, why is it spreading around the world now? Because monkeypox has been around for a while. So why is it just now like spreading amongst the masses all over the world? Ace of Wands reverse. Ace of Swords reverse. And then Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles makes me think of, first it's spread out in like impoverished areas, impoverished nations, third world countries. And you know, when you're in a impoverished nation, you don't have the resources to really dedicate to proper, you know, pandemic control, disease control, cures and stuff like that. But I'm gonna be like, that Ace of Wands reversed, the first thing I thought of was beastie. Because, you know, Ace of Wands upright, that talks about it can signify, you know, sexual energy. But when it's reversed, that's what I thought about. And then you have the Devil at the bottom. Toxicity, addictions, bad behavior, doing something you have no business doing, evil. They could have been consuming those animals too. Certain places could have been consuming the animals with the virus too. Ace of Swords reverse talks about miscommunications, hostilities, confusion, destruction. It could have been from wars, possibly. Certain nations having conflicts. And then all of a sudden, disease, because once you have war, disease is next. Because disease mitigation goes out the window. Healthcare standards goes out the window when you're at war. Ace of Wands could also mean not having access to proper healthcare. That goes back to the Ace of Wands reverse, the conflicts, and then the poverty. I'm gonna draw some oracle cards. Why is it spreading now? Dry desert. That makes me think of Africa, the desert out there. Ride the wave, transportation, goods, compass. As I was saying, it's gonna travel. Cleaning house. Not having good cleaning standards in certain places. That's why I'm saying when you don't help, we have to help each other, because we have to come together and help each other and make sure that everyone on this planet has proper health standards. Then ride the wave. It's gonna travel. It could travel. Ooh. The first thing I thought was it could travel like on boats, like through shipping containers, like shipping and stuff like that. But it also made me think that it could spread from different species, different animals. And if you're ingesting certain type of animals from the sea, that could be a way that it could spread. I hope that's not the case, but that's what I thought. That's intuitively what I just thought. You have to clean house. If we as a collective don't evolve and don't help our neighbors and, you know, don't have a world standard when it comes to cleanliness, these diseases are gonna keep on coming, because humans are not helping each other. This is being reported from both the media and people that are researching this. They've done studies. They're mostly seeing the virus contracted amongst men who are intimate with other men. So I'm gonna ask the question about that. You know, I'm not trying to, you know, spread any misinformation about a certain group of people. I'm just trying to look into what's being reported and what's being researched. So I mean no offense to anyone at all whatsoever, because I know this is a touchy topic, especially when we come back from the AIDS epidemic, when information was being spread that, you know, you can, like, that certain groups were the only ones that were getting it, which is false. Anybody can get that. So I just really want to put out there that, you know, I'm not trying to offend anybody, and I'm not trying to single anyone out. I'm just trying to get to the bottom of what's being reported. Ace of Wands, that's sex, sexual intercourse. Seven of Pentacles reversed, and the Sun reversed. So as you know, Ace of Wands upright, that's sexual energy, because what's in the hand right here, the staff, the rod. So that indicates the LGBTQ queer men. There could be, what Seven of Pentacles reverse talks about not making progress, stagnation, being stuck. So what's making me think about this is that they need to do more research when it comes to researching men who are intimate with men in this virus, because what I'm getting is that not enough effort is being put into studying the men, because it's something there with men being more likely to carry this virus. That's what I'm getting, allegedly. This is all alleged and for entertainment purposes only. I'm only reading the cards. I'm only saying my intuition, and I'm only channeling from spirit. So there is I feel like there's something there. Not enough is being put into researching this, how it's being contracted through sexual intercourse, sexual contact. The Sun reverse talks about taking something for granted, being overly optimistic, being overconfident. So what's making me think of it, it's giving a reckless energy. And when you're talking about intimacy, this is like not using protection. Bodily fluids is what I'm hearing. So there's, I feel like there's definitely something there. They're not just saying that just to stigmatize a certain group. I don't think that that's what they're trying to do, but I do think it's too soon to say for sure if that group is at risk. Because the Sun reverse can talk about overconfidence, jumping the gun too as well. So on the flip side of that, the researchers could be jumping the gun, or the media could be jumping the gun and reporting this and unintentionally stigmatizing men now. So I think that more research needs to be done, because I think that something is there when it comes to that. It's angels. Angels of the highest realm. What guidance do you have? I'm hearing use protection. So that means no matter what you're doing, you need to be using protection, whether it's oral, intercourse, penetration, whatever you're doing, you need to be using protection when you're, even if they're a partner. So, no. What are you saying no to? No need to worry. Okay. So, like I'm saying, it could have been, we could be jumping the gun on that, on trying to pinpoint a certain group and stigmatize people. But like I was saying before, more research needs to be done, because there could be something there. But I don't think, like the angels are saying, it's not something that's, you know, that's like dire, that's too serious. This is not like a proof. This is not something solid. They need to do more research and be responsible when they're reporting that stuff. I'm just gonna ask this question. What information is being kept secret about monkeypox? And then at the bottom we have Three of Wands reversed. No, Three of Swords, my bad. So Page of Wands, That's like immature, reckless action. The truth about the origins on the actions, on how exactly it got to that point, the true origins, like how it spread from animals to humans. Of Wands is also the exploration card as well. So like I'm saying, it's making me think of like exploration research. That's what it's making me think. They're not telling everything about the research that was being done. This is giving me a research explorer vibes. That's what it's giving. The Empress reverse talks about negligence, lack of progress, a lack of growth, a slowdown of some sort. And also the Empress upright talks about it can mean the Empress can mean sexual energy as well. So as I was saying about that relations between humans and animals, when I pulled that Ace of Wands reverse, that's what I'm thinking of too. The Empress reverse also talks about being very controlling. It's like smothering. So whatever information, it's like the suppression of information. They're trying to make sure, the powers that be are trying to make sure that the information about the research doesn't get out. That's what I think. Allegedly for entertainment purposes only. That's what it's giving. I'm going to draw oracle cards. I'm just going to draw 2 oracle cards since we did 2 tarot cards. Oh, Jesus. Strength. Solitude, rock bottom. That solitude card is giving me laboratory, like locked up. And then all these other cards came out. I'm just going to show these other cards right here. Because even if it's a bunch of cards that fall out, I still like to show them. But first, like I'm saying, she's got the world in her hands, like controlling, a way to control the masses, like control what information is being put out there. But this solitude card is giving me a laboratory. Like it looks creepy. It looks creepy, like someone's like locked in a tower. This rock bottom, it gives like being locked in. Like I feel claustrophobic looking at this rock bottom card. Even though it has like green grass and all that, it's still a wall in front of that. Something, I'm very suspicious of. We got the movement card again, the animals. And then follow the leader. The birds, ostriches. Wishing well. This could be about money too. Some research company protecting their investments, protecting their money, their funding. But this is like, this whole origins thing, this is going like way back. Because like, as I said, monkeypox has been around for a long time. But what I'm seeing is something that happened way back. Like they don't want to depress people even further because people are still recovering from like we're still dealing with the mental health ramifications from COVID. So having information out about monkeypox, that adds on the anxiety. So they don't really want to sound the alarm yet because people are still getting sick from pandemic part 1. So they don't want to add on to it. People will really go crazy if they came out and sound the alarm about this. Will it cause another global pandemic? Down the road, will it cause another global pandemic? I hope not. Because I want to be in the house by choice. Another pandemic? No, I'm not getting it. As I'm saying, the child is outside. Outside, you know, happiness. The sun is a happiness card, joy. I'm not getting that. It's another cause for concern. Will this cause another pandemic? No. The angels have spoken. Wait. Why is humanity plagued with so many diseases? Why does humanity go through phases of diseases? We had the what was it? Bird flu, smallpox, what was it? The Black Death, the plague, all that stuff. I'm trying to figure out, why does humanity go through so many phases of diseases that are spreading like this? Hearing vibration, technology advancements, not taking care of each other, not loving one another, fighting one another, hating one another. Somebody just went in just now. There's a disconnect between humans and Mother Nature and their planet. We're not connected to the planet. As I was saying, disconnection. Queen of Cups reverse, and then Page of Swords. Page of Swords is that's like brutality. It's aggression. Like I'm saying, the Ten of Cups, that's family, that's happiness, that's vibration, that's love. That's, you know, living in harmony with one another. You see it's the family. They have a community. They're happy. The Queen of Cups reverse talks about a disconnection from your emotions, a cold-hearted person. So as a collective, when the collective mind is not in a high vibration and it's not in love, those things, it's going to keep happening until we evolve to the 4th and 5th dimension. We have to evolve to the higher dimensions in order to not attract these illnesses and these plagues. Also, Page of Swords reverse talks about a lack of planning, being very like all over the place. There's no global coordination when it comes to our health. This country has better health care than that country over there. This country takes care of their citizens. That country, you're on your own. You better have some good insurance. And it's sad because with COVID, when that stuff first came out, people were in the hospital and they had thousands of dollars in medical bills. The government had to step in and say, okay, well, if you go to the hospital for COVID, then your medical bills will be paid for in certain areas with certain circumstances. It shouldn't even have to be like that. You have people that were dying at home because they didn't want to go to the hospital because it costs too much money. This is sad. We as a collective need to take care of each other. I don't understand this whole every man for themselves. Oh, I don't want to pay for somebody else's health care. Okay, but what happens if you lose your job and you don't have a dime to your name and you get sick? What are you going to do then? So you mean to tell me that unless you're rich, you don't survive? You don't have the right to live? Why do we have to pay a middleman to make sure that our health care is paid for? I don't understand that. Why are we paying a middleman? I don't get it. And then you have to make sure that you have to meet a deductible. I was looking at health insurance plans the other day and it's sad out there. Talking about $8,000 for a deductible. What if you're on minimum wage? You mean to tell me someone working minimum wage will have to pay out of pocket $8,000 before the insurance steps in? Insurance that they're paying $300, $400 a month for. What the f going on? What are we doing? Who thought that was a good idea? Because this has cost human lives. You have people dying of cancer because they can't afford treatments. Like, are you serious? There's no cure for cancer. You never know when it may be you. Tangible shapeshifter. Give me another card. Dealing with so many plagues and diseases. I had to calm down real quick. Spirit of place. That's what I'm saying. a disconnection between the planet. This is like Mother Earth right here. There's a disconnect between Mother Earth and the humans. You see this, I think she's an elf. It's like she's in the tree. The tree is her. It gives her life. It gives her sustenance. We need this planet. Why are we destroying it? Excuse me. I'm about to lose my voice over here going off. We have to pray and we have to come together as a collective. We have to take care of one another. When we don't love one another, plagues keep on happening, wars keep on happening. It's a cycle at this point. But at the bottom of the deck is unexpected visitors. This makes me think of extraterrestrials. What I'm thinking about too is there could be other creatures on this planet that have survived by connecting to Mother Earth. They don't get they're immune to the diseases that plague humans because they're of a higher vibration. And when I mean other creatures, I mean other intelligent life forms. And what I'm also getting from this is extraterrestrials helping humanity raise their vibration and helping us make technological advancements. But that's another reading for another day. I'm not going to get into that too much. All right, this concludes the reading about monkeypox. As I said in the beginning, everything said during this reading is all alleged and for entertainment purposes only. If you want to book a reading with me, my link is in the description box, and I also sell gemstone jewelry. I do tarot and numerology readings. So, all right, I hope you enjoyed this reading and be blessed.